If you can stand the heat, Arizona is an incredible place to go hiking. The state's striking landscapes of Red Rock Mountains make it one of the most interesting sightseeing destinations in America, and there are infinite things to appreciate for nature enthusiasts. So join Viewcation as we determine which are the best hikes in Sedona, Arizona. Boynton Canyon Trail. First, let's take a look at Boynton Canyon Trail. As the name of the trail suggests, hiking its length allows you to get some incredible views of Arizona's staggering Boynton Canyon. The hike isn't all that difficult, despite the fact that it goes on for over 7 miles and ascends well over 1,000 feet. The majority of this ascent comes towards the end of the trail, while the hike is fairly flat before that. Another thing that makes the Boynton Canyon Trail relatively accessible in terms of Arizona hikes is that it's comparatively sheltered from the sun as a result of the canyon itself. When you get to the end of the hike, you'll arrive at a viewpoint granting the canyon's greatest views. If hikers are looking to make the Boynton Canyon Trail a tad more exciting, there are a couple of detours that can be taken along the trail's length that provide equally rewarding experiences to the main trail itself. Towards the beginning of the hike along the Boynton Canyon Trail, you'll find a little detour by the name of the Boynton Vista Trail shooting off from the main trail itself. Taking this mini trail will grant hikers more views of some of Arizona's most stunning red rocks. Besides the Boynton Vista Trail, another detail you can take is the Subway Cave. This cave is glorious and offers a stark contrast to the general openness of Boynton Canyon. The cave has become so popular, it's arguably the main reason most hikers take the Boynton Canyon Trail. West Fork Trail. West Fork Trail is even easier and shorter than Boynton Canyon Trail, but it doesn't make it any less rewarding. The trail goes along a little creek called Oak Creek, and the hike provides a much different experience than many of the others in Arizona. West Fork Trail isn't just easier and shorter than Boynton Canyon Trail, it's also quite a bit shadier. If you're visiting Arizona in its hottest months, you may find West Fork Trail to be an oasis in the desert state. The creek itself has formed a canyon over time, which provides a great deal of shade for hikers. The water's cool and you may even want to go for a dip in it. The trail is only around 6 miles long and doesn't ascend much. Bear Mountain Trail. While the hike up Bear Mountain may be the shortest hike we've examined so far, it's also the toughest. This comes from the fact that the mountain itself features some fairly steep passages and touts the fairly serious elevation of 1,800 feet. Though the hike can be difficult, going up Bear Mountain is worth it for the views. Once you get to the top of the mountain's summit, you'll be treated with a staggeringly wide view of Arizona's beautiful horizons. Brins Mesa and Soldier Pass Loop. This one is technically 2 trails, but most hikers prefer to take it as one continuous loop. Known as the Brins Mesa and Soldier Pass Loop, this hike is especially scenic. The loop is only around 6 miles long, although there are a few climbs that make it a little tough for inexperienced hikers. The Brins Mesa Trail offers the more encompassing views of the 2 trails, allowing hikers to see out across Arizona's beautiful landscapes for miles and miles. You'll see some of the state's most staggering Red Rock Mountains going out as far as the eye can see. Things get a little more intimate once you get to the Soldier Pass Trail, which grants hikers the opportunity to see some of Arizona's most beautiful landmarks up close and personal, such as the 7 sacred pools and the Devil's Kitchen. The 7 sacred pools are a series of naturally occurring pools along the trail, while the Devil's Kitchen is an infamous sinkhole. Before we tell you more about the best hikes in Sedona, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Cathedral Rock. Cathedral Rock offers a relatively short hike that just so happens to be one of the most beautiful in all of Arizona. The hike isn't extremely difficult, though there are a few passages where inexperienced hikers may have a hard time keeping their footing. The hike is popular as a result of the views offered at the top of the rock itself. You'll typically find plenty of people walking along the trail, so it may be hard for hikers to feel like they're truly becoming one with Arizona's natural landscapes. But any amount of overcrowding occurring on the trail becomes a non-issue once you're confronted with the staggering views at the top of Cathedral Rock. To get to the rock itself, you'll have to do some slight scrambling up a hill, but it's nothing the average hiker won't be able to handle. Cathedral Rock is a landmark formed from sandstone spires, and it's very big. The Birthing Cave. The Birthing Cave may be called as such due to the fact that it resembles a birth canal, but it offers an entirely different type of natural beauty to visitors. The hike to the Birthing Cave isn't all that hard to take, and it's more than worth it to get to the cave itself. Entering into the birthing cave is like entering into a whole new world. Not only is the cave itself a beautiful sight to behold, but you'll also be granted with an impressive view of Arizona's horizon while peering out of it. The hike is short, but it can be a little difficult once you get to its namesake cave due to some fairly steep climbs. Fay Canyon. The Fay Canyon Trail offers another short and easy hike with incredible views of Arizona's landscape. The trail is only around 2 miles long and should only take the average hiker around an hour. But they may want to spend more than an hour simply staring at the scenery. Like the other canyon-centric hikes featured on this list, the hike along the Fay Canyon Trail is comparatively shady when judged against the majority of Arizona's hikes. The hike is also particularly flat, which adds to how easy and accessible it is. Hiking Fay Canyon will present you with gorgeous views of the canyon's cliffs, comprised of glorious red rocks rising up on both sides. If the Fay Canyon Trail isn't long enough for you, and you still want to see more of the immediate area, try taking the detour to the Fay Canyon Arch. This landmark is a sight unto itself, and it's certainly worth taking some extra time out of your day to see. Devil's Bridge. It's hard to think about impressive landmarks in Arizona without thinking of Devil's Bridge, and the hike to the staggering natural landmark is easy. But while the hike isn't difficult, getting to the Devil's Bridge trailhead can be. It's only accessible via four-wheel drive vehicle, meaning that not everyone visiting will have the means to get there. If you don't have a four-wheel drive vehicle and don't mind taking a bit longer of a hike, you can take the Mescal Mountain Trail, and it will eventually bring you to the Devil's Bridge Trail. The bridge itself is a naturally occurring rock formation that may make viewers nervous when they look at it. Rest assured, the bridge has been standing for a long while, and it's unlikely it's going to collapse anytime in the near future. It's certainly a stunning sight, and those who have the opportunity to stand on it may kick themselves if they don't take it. Airport Loop Trail. This is another loop trail only around 3 miles long. It's another fairly easy hike, and another hike with some awesome views of Arizona's stunning natural landscapes. The Airport Loop Trail is particularly notable in that it allows you to view the majority of Arizona's biggest and most notable landmarks. Along the trail, you'll be treated with a faraway view of such landmarks as the aforementioned Cathedral Rock, as well as Courthouse Butte, Munns Mesa, and Thunder Mountain. You'll also get a great view of the city of Sedona, as well as Bell Rock. Bell Rock Climb. Finally, let's look at the climb up the aforementioned landmark of Bell Rock. Known as the Bell Rock Climb, this hike might seem a little intimidating at first due to its name and the monumental nature of the landmark itself, but it's not all that difficult. The ascent is only around 400 feet, and the length of the hike is just a mile. Bell Rock is a staggering formation and one of the absolute most iconic landmarks in all of Arizona. The higher you get up Bell Rock, the harder it is to find your way. Few ever make it to the top, and doing so will require more than hiking gear. However, simply hiking along the trail to where its definition stops near the top of the formation is more than enough. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorite hikes in Sedona? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.